You know you have to play it again.
Oh my God, we're here.
We're really here.
We're here.
And our
We're
son
really
just
here.
walked
Our
in the
son just
door.
walked to the door. He's going right to his room.
You wanna
Say
say-
hi.
I need a haircut. Good Lord.
Yes, you do.
You know what
You
though?
do get a haircut, good Lord.
It's of a style. I'm not disliking your long hair.
You know, I kind of look like one of the guys from the Beatles.
One of them?
Any of them.
Or all of them?
Well,
Any of them from the Beatles.
Da, da, da.
Hey, everybody. You didn't play it second time. Play it one more time
Because
for me.
Sebastian came in.
Aw.
Wave, Sebastian.
All right, wave Sebastian. Hello. Goodbye.
Boozing.
Boozing, boozing with gays. Woo!
You know you have to play it again.
Well, no, this time. No, he's already played it again. We don't have to do it again. Hey,
Well,
Gian,
maybe you have to do two. One that's like, okay, don't play it again.
You know what? Let me hand you your cockatoo.
Oh, we got a cocktail.
Look at that.
Oh, what is
Look
that?
at that cocktail, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. What is it called?
Persephone's Bouquet.
Persephone's Bouquet.
Kind of like Hyacinth Bouquet.
Bucket. Hyacinth bucket. That's delightful.
Oh, I like that.
That's really good.
We use the pomegranate juice.
Pomegranate juice, orange juice. It's pomegranate juice, orange juice, vodka, and jasmine simple syrup,
Which I made.
and it's just delicious. You can
So
go to
I
our
went on-
Facebook
yeah,
page
so you
and you
can
will
buy-
see what the recipe is.
So I went online because it said in some of the recipes. Oh, I should say this. This comes from Cocktail Vulture. I mean, that as well.
I know. No, it's not a virgin tonic.
No, this is a Persephone's Bouquet. It doesn't roll off my tongue, that one.
What that?
We'll get back to
snapping at me. Would you like?
Seb-
Put the air up in here.
Bash,
Sebastian.
Bash,
Oh, that's
Sebastian. This is what I'm gonna say to you. Do you want me to finish your financial aid forms?
no one will see you.
I'm gonna say it right now. So if you're gonna bother me, I'm not gonna fill them out.
Persephone's Bouquet.
Persephone's Bouquet. So the reason we're having a drink called
Wait,
he's got something got to say.
Well, the jasmine syrup. So I went online and where do you get jasmine syrup? What is jasmine syrup? I didn't know. And so there's bottles of it you can buy for quite a bit of money. And then I found out it was just jasmine simple syrup, and you get just jasmine green tea.
Jasmine tea,
And I made the
boil
tea.
and add
then,
sugar.
And then you do, whatever, 1 part tea to 1 part sugar. So I did a half cup.
So the whole thing about this is don't go out and spend like $30 for a bottle of jasmine simple syrup when you can make it at home with a tea bag.
And I really thought it was tasty.
Tea bag.
Now we have to say, now I think you're right on target. So Persephone, let's say who she was.
All right, go.
Persephone, queen of the underworld. Queen of the underworld. Persephone.
It
And,
was the underworld.
and it's significant. It's significant for us because Michael. Yeah,
Yes.
we do, but we're in the
Yes.
middle of a show. So,
So here-
well, he was singing it, so you know. It's, oh my goodness!
What's happening?
Oh my goodness!
He came back from walking. He's lost his mind.
He is like unfocused.
I know.
It's like
Much like us.
Well, no, I'm focused.
Okay, here
you're,
we go.
You're the one that's you and he.
So last 2 nights ago, we went
Split
to the Ahmanson Theater and we saw Hadestown,
Hadestown.
the Tony Award-winning musical, and it was really good.
It was
really
so good, and I didn't know what to. I didn't know it was the story of Orpheus. Did not know.
I knew.
And it's told. I mean, please correct this up, but it was very 1920s New Orleans, right?
Yes,
Very kind of like.
but also feeling very today.
Yes. No, it didn't.
So if you're in LA, go see it. If it's going on
it's
tour,
on tour, so go
see it.
Oh,
We
I
recommend
have
it.
pictures.
Oh,
'Cause
here's some pictures from the production that we
I
just
don't
saw.
know. But since we're promoting it, I don't think they mind that I stole these pictures. But the production value is beautiful.
Look at that.
So that's Orpheus in the middle, and that's Hades that's over on the right side, and you get a bit of Persephone way over on the left.
Orpheus was hot. It's hot.
There's Orpheus and Eurydice together, and those are the muses, and the muses all played instruments, as you can see.
They were great.
They were tremendous. And then here's our beautiful Persephone in the springtime, all happy. Persephone's Bouquet.
So to Persephone, this is for you, girl. And you killed
She
it.
nailed it.
The actress killed it.
All of them did. There wasn't a
so
weak link in the whole show. Go see it. It's tremendous.
It's delightful. Can I say that to some people?
It's your time.
And hit the comments for me.
Mhm.
Who's here? Let's see who's here because I gotta go look down on my phone. Hey, Dion, what's up? Janet Miller, girl, so good to have you in the house. Hey, Kevin Spire. Hey, Barbara Haas. Hey, couldn't
I
Rhonda,
have
how
something
you
for you.
doing?
Read
Love
that.
you so much.
Read this.
Just came off the stage at Sound of Music. Turn my phone and here you are, my darlings. The nuns say
Hi,
hi.
nuns.
For you to know, Jennifer Lee Warren, Broadway's Jennifer Lee Warren is one of the stars of a new production of
The
Sound
Sound
of Music.
Oh.
And it has its first, I think she's a Latina lead.
I thought it was Filipino.
No,
Filipino Maria.
Latino. I can't remember.
Jennifer,
now.
you'll tell us.
But it's like a very colorful cast,
It's a
and we
colorful
love that.
cast,
We
yes.
love that. Barbara Haas, girl. Ron Underwood.
Kathy
The
Walker
ushers.
is tired but here.
Come on, Kathy Walker.
You keep
Come
going,
on now.
Kathy Walker.
Hey, Miss
There we go.
Miss Fiona's here. Adam is here. Adam, hello, baby. How you doing? Nancy Lowry. We got all the old timers here tonight. Michael Elliott. Baby, how you doing? So good to see you on here. Come on now. Cheryl Hammond. What's up, Alton? How you doing? Stacy Reed Payton, you know we love you. Hey, Maria. Mwah. Craig Bird. What's up? Michael
Okay.
Ward.
We're now
it's
moving.
all of this. Everybody's
You
supposed
know,
to have
Miss
y'all.
Marianne back in the day didn't
I
name
see it.
everyone.
I see everybody.
She grabbed 2 or 3.
I see
And she
everybody.
said, and I waited for her to say my name. She never said my name. Did she ever say your name?
Probably, but I thought I was in trouble when I hear it. So,
Okay,
so-
where are we going now? Oh, fair use. This
Yeah.
is where we are.
fair
Here we
use.
go.
Excerpts of copyrighted material may, under certain circumstances, be quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, news reporting, teaching, and research, without the need for permission from or payment to the copyright holder. Yes, let's rock on, because
There is some stuff happening in Broadway.
there's some stuff happening on Broadway.
Speaking of the Broadway,
Speaking of Broadway, we want to shout out to the Godfather. Wait, no, to our godchildren's father, Mr. David Osman.
to our children. Wait, okay,
No,
that's
no,
what you
we're
said. God-
his children's godparents.
Gotcha.
So to our godchildren's father, Mr. David Osman, congratulations on an amazing opening
Mr.
night.
Saturday
On
night.
Mr. Saturday night
It,
with
and it's
Billy
been,
Crystal.
and the thing is, it's been such a journey for him because, well, for everyone with Mr. Saturday Night, the whole thing closed down because of COVID. It was supposed to open 2 years ago, a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
something.
so
Who
it's been
knows?
crazy.
So it's up. It's running. I read a couple of reviews. The reviews are nice, very nice. Good cast.
Come on now.
Good cast.
But we are so proud of David O.
So David O,
So
congratulations.
congratulations.
Enjoy all of it. Bask,
But
my friend.
I was having this conversation about Broadway the other night, last night actually, and how Broadway is changing. And the pandemic has seemed to like bring out all these new talents and talents that are actually talking about like their current real lives, these young writers. And I'm like in Hadestown. And I'm noticing that these plays, these new musicals that are taking over Broadway are black and queer, or just queer. And I am just, it's exciting. It's freaking exciting. A Strange Loop by Michael R. Jackson. Tina, baby, see the Tina Turner musical. It will rock you world. MJ, the musical. For Colored Girls, Slave Play, which is since closed. All this shit is happening on the Broadway. What's that?
Scratch my back.
Oh,
Down.
Down.
Ah, that's it. One more time.
this
3,
is what
2,
you do.
1, go.
Literally,
Back.
this is pretty much our life.
But
What's
you know
in my
what?
ear?
But I
Something
get-
in my ear. Scratch my back.
You know what?
Ah!
We don't have ear hair yet.
We don't
I've
have
noticed the
hair.
ear hair in some of gentlemen our age. And there was very recently, I was in a situation, I'm not going to say who, and I wanted a little whisker.
I know.
Anyway, ear hair.
All right. Hey,
So
Cassandra.
today, I guess it's today,
What's today?
is Old
Today.
Headshot Day.
Well, okay, it's not today. We're a few days behind, but it was like, show us your old headshot day or first headshot. So we just want to show you what our headshots look like.
So this was the first one you made me do, which I thought was kind of funny. Who wore it better? Because we both did the oversized jacket with the white shirt underneath.
So I just have to say this. When you look at this picture, just know that my shoulder pads are bigger. I'm serving you 6-button opened wide lapel.
You're doing Donna
B. Arthur.
Mills. No, you're
Is
doing,
that Donna
you're
Mills?
doing that Donna Mills, Knots Landing. She had the biggest shoulder pads on TV, I'm telling you. Or maybe Joan Collins, who knows.
But so then we look back at some of our other headshots.
So this, okay, I'm going to do me, then you, then me. I'm going to do it in
All
that order. So this was my very, very first headshot session in New York. And the guy, I can't remember his name, but he had a Mylar glossy background. And These are just hysterical to me. There I am.
Look at that.
There I am.
Look at that young
So
boy.
there's the the serious one and the commercial one. Hey, look at me. And he did my hair. That was the other thing. He kind of totally did the hair thing. I didn't know what I was doing. So that's and it's look, both the poses are kind of look. He took the jacket and kind of popped it up a bit.
Pop that
the
collar,
jacket.
bro.
He did all that. Yeah.
All right, here's some of mine. The one on the I guess it would be your left. That's my Nikki Giovanni, looking like for colored girls who have committed suicide or when the rainbow isn't enough. And the other one is just like, well, that's just my face. That's just my face.
Your face has been your face forever. You do not change. You truly don't change.
I know. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice.
Okay, and
Ashley.
We have two more, and these are these are the ones I used on a postcard. I never used actually in an audition. This is back in the day.
People are asking who Richard is, so I think you need to explain who Richard is. Richard.
My full name is Richard Hutchins Foster Jr.
Very waspy.
Very waspy. And my family called me Rick growing up. My family still calls me Rick, actually. And Richard Foster and Rick Foster were both taken in the unions. And I secretly was hoping for that because my middle name, Hutchins, I thought Hutchins Foster would be the name that would make me a star.
Right? Stephanie Dorsey, he thought it was the name that was going to make him a star.
I did.
I'm getting this fucking Botox. I don't care what anybody says. Me and Miss Botox have an appointment very soon.
So I'm going to finish this story.
Go. Finish your story.
Distracto. That's your superpower. Distracto.
Start a conversation. Start a conversation.
So yesterday I was... Is it about me? Is it my turn yet? Can I talk? It's really hard having a meeting with you lately. So I've been trying to have meetings with Michael about this very show. We talk about
show or things in the house that we need to do.
And he comes in and he's like on the phone and texting. He goes, I have to text. I go, well, okay. Yes, some of the texts are important. He has some pressing business. But can we have a meeting for, 15 minutes? That's all. It's not a big deal. Let's go through. And he does the hardest time. You really do.
I do.
You do. Okay, we got to finish out old headshot day. So this was the same shoot as okay, just to remind you, it was these two, right? Same headshot, same camera, same whatever. And he said, you need character looks. And back in the day, we did character looks.
Because you did that. For those of you who know, any non-actor there, you would do 4 looks on a postcard to let everybody know, look at me. I'm sexy. I'm a teacher. I'm this. I'm a doctor. And this is what Hutch Foster's
none of this was me. This is all the guy telling me what to do. So I said, okay.
My husband is both alfalfa,
yes,
and Kaniki from Greece.
But really, the gayest Kaniki you've ever seen. Like, look, there is Vaseline.
Wait, you're the first gay Kaniki? I doubt it.
There is Vaseline on my lips or something. I mean, I am. Oh, it's the funniest thing in the world. So
those are the headshots.
Okay, we got to look at comments now because people are being too nice. They're being way too nice.
Hey nephew, I love you so much. Okay, my girlfriend is playing Persephone on Broadway.
Who's playing Persephone?
Who's Broadway?
How do we get tickets?
Because I'll see it again. Because I will. So Broadway, we love it. Headshots, we love it. You know what we don't love? People who fly on planes.
And then throw ice at flight attendants.
And then call the flight attendant the F slur and a queer. And then when he gets arrested.
Is F slur a hashtag?
Yes, we say
F
the
slur.
F slur.
Do you not say the F word anymore?
Well, I'm trying to not because sometimes it offends people.
Does it trigger people?
In my real life.
Because you have an ownership with that.
Hey, Joe Blackman.
You have an ownership with
that. And, I have an ownership with the word faggot. I've been called a faggot and I own it. I'm owned it. And you know how much I own it? I own it like I'm minding my Black-owned business. I am minding my Black-owned business. That's what I say.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so on Broadway,
Jewel Blackman.
Go
see it on Broadway. Go see it in LA. Go see it on tour. Come on.
I bet she is awesome.
Come on, let's do it. Let's do it.
Enjoyed it. Love the music.
But But this man went on the flight. Insulted the flight attendant.
So Delta. I'm going to say what it
At
is.
Delta Airlines.
From Phoenix to I mean not Phoenix, from Atlanta to Phoenix.
Yep. And threw his ice at the man.
No, in the beginning, he leaned back his seat and wouldn't buckle his seatbelt. He was just belligerent. So it kind of goes outside the realms of being, but
then the flight attendant went up to him and said, "Excuse me, sir.
Sir.
Look,
Yeah.
I've served you one drink, but it appears that you are a little intoxicated, so I'm not serving you anymore."
I will give you a Coke.
He got pissed.
I will give
He got
you
pissed
a Coke.
off.
Yeah.
Through the ice. Called him the F slur. Called him a queer.
So then,
and then when he got on the set, y'all got to have somebody waiting for this motherfucker. When we land, he gonna wait.
The guy attacked him.
The guy pulled the phone of him, threw the phone at him, and all this shit.
Like hit his chest.
Hit his chest with the phone and threw the phone at him. Now, when they got there, and they did arrest him. Right? So he's arrested. They said, "Sir, why did you do this to the flight attendant?" His excuse was, "Well, I'm homophobic."
What choice did I have? That's the excuse. That
defense. Was literally his defense.
I am homophobic. This guy made me nervous. What choice did I have?
David C. Nichols, I don't understand. So the man just, I can't figure it out.
Are we saying the guy's name? Do we say the guy's name? Do you want to say?
I don't give a Christopher Morgan. Christopher Morgan.
He's
and I can't understand because he went like this. Defense. He said, "I'm homophobic." I felt, uncomfortable. So I did all this.
You said uncomfortable?
Uncomfortable.
It hurt my feelings. I don't like it.
And in my head, I'm going, well, that's the most bullshit thing. And then I keep thinking, wait a minute. That's actually kind of brilliant if you think about it. Because he just said, he made me uncomfortable. I'm homophobic. It's sort of like the Twinkie defense when Harvey Milk was killed and George Moscone. When Dan White said, I ate too many Twinkies. I couldn't help myself. Boom, got off. And I was like,
so here's
it's the gay panic defense.
Here are two.
And I just go, what the fuck?
You got to pass the ball back to me when I start talking. You can't keep talking.
Ball.
You think that's not how you throw a ball.
In my world, it is. I'm gay.
So
also, I'm homophobic.
Two things out of this thing. If he's convicted. This is interesting. Morgan could face up to 20 years in prison for interfering with the flight crew member. I doubt he'll spend 20 years in jail. That doesn't really strike me as realistic. And the other thing, which I find very sad, actually, neither Georgia nor Arizona have state laws that ban the use of gay panic as a reasonable offense against assault. So because the plane took off in Georgia and landed in Arizona, gay panic might actually work as a defense.
This is where we are, y'all.
And in Georgia.
This is where us is. That's where us is.
You need to
have
move
no
your
words.
papers.
I need to move my papers.
Because we're moving on.
All right, we're moving on.
We're talking now about Lesbian Visibility Week.
Oh, so this is Lesbian Visibility Week. What up, lesbians? I see you. You visible to us.
And more than just us.
We see you, lesbians.
I have a full drink. It's so exciting.
Scott Freeman, you're not a lesbian. Monica Mappa. What's up, girl? How you doing? Good to have you aboard. Hi, good to have you aboard. But so it's Marnie. Hi, Marnie Priceland. So because it's Lesbian Visibility Week.
If we're gonna talk about this, we got to get through a full sentence without you interrupting yourself.
Because I like interrupting myself because
come on, get through it. David Nichols says Hutch exactly. I don't know if it was about me saying stop interrupting yourself.
I don't know. Monica Mappa's a lesbian, and she's a fabulous lesbian. We adore her. All right. Do you have pictures of lesbians?
Well, this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna share the screen.
We're going to share the screen. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what's happening. All right, so we're sharing the screen.
Oh, it didn't work yet. Okay, yeah, share. Oh,
I don't think it happened.
Select tab to preview. Oh, I'm going to do this one. Yeah, this one.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, we've never done this before.
Can you all see this? They see us and they see the screen.
Oh my God.
So here we go.
What kind of lesbian magic is this?
This is an article. We should say where this is. So this is Auto Straddle, Michael Shepard. Is that what it is?
Lesbians and Auto Straddle.
Don't hate me for kind of going through some.
So this is a list of like the 100 lesbians. You
So
should
Viola Davis.
No, stop it. It's Ma Rainey,
played
by Viola Davis in the movie.
Exquisitely, I would say.
Gladys Bentley.
There's another picture.
Albert the Hunter, honey. Come on now. Look at this.
Look at this. That picture I love. I've never seen that Josephine Baker picture.
It's almost like
Bessie Smith. That's a gorgeous picture as well.
Bessie Smith.
Carmen
McRae.
I didn't know Carmen McRae was gay.
Doesn't matter. Look at that. Look at that.
Michael has a Carmen McRae album because you
hard.
bought all those records.
I bought records.
And she became my favorite artist of all the old records that you purchased. I love.
We love us some Carmen McRae.
Look at
Honey,
Waters.
I know we are blowing your mind. You're like, I didn't know they were lesbian.
Lorraine Hansberry.
She was a lesbian. Yes, and we see her.
Know what? You know, Maxwell read Raisin in the Sun in class. They learned about Lorraine Hansberry. So that is happening in the school systems. They're learning about people that are very important to learn.
At least in Los Angeles.
Ruby Dandridge, Miss Dorothy Dandridge's mama. Angela Davis
still
absolutely.
Around. Angela Davis is one of those people. Did y'all know that Mom's Mabley was a lesbian?
I did not know.
I knew. I've known for years that she was a lesbian. And it's like, it's amazing to me. It is amazing.
Anyway, it goes on and on. I think that we've kind of, done a lot of this. Alice Walker.
Y'all know
it's an awesome site.
Audre
Lorde's here.
But anyway, we want to say hello. We want to say to
all. I want to end it on one person. Who do I?
Marsha P. Johnson. Oh. Nell Carter.
Well, that's where
Nell Carter. Nell Carter.
We're ending it.
Go back. We're going to end it on Nell Carter.
Sharing.
We're going to end that on Nell Carter. And the reason we're ending it on Nell Carter is because Nell was a dear friend of mine. And allegedly, I was the last one to see her alive.
Allegedly by you.
Yeah. Well,
they were doing a show together. This did not happen because they were in rehearsals when she passed away. She was to play his mother in the musical version of Raisin.
She's 5'3". I'm 6'6".
I wanted to see that image more than anything. And she did pass away, unfortunately.
Sadly.
The lovely Carol Dennis took over, which, she was tremendous.
But, anyway, lesbians, we love you. We love you. We love you. We love you.
So we didn't talk about this in our little meeting that lasted all of 2 minutes because you wouldn't give me more. But today, Michael Shepard,
What's today
was the last day, the filming of the last episode of Ellen. Happened today.
Yes.
She had a little message. I thought it was worthwhile. When we started this show in 2003, the iPhone didn't exist. Social media didn't exist. Gay marriage wasn't legal. We watched the world change, sometimes for the better, sometimes not. But whatever was happening, my goal was always for the show to be a place where we could come together and laugh for an hour. Being invited into your lives has been the greatest privilege of my life and has brought me incredible joy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And, we've had issues with Ellen over the years, or we brought Ellen up in controversy. But I'll tell you this. She brought a lot of stuff.
She created change.
And
for
so
whatever things that were problematic with her, she created change.
And
she made lesbian visibility
very much
a huge thing.
And this episode airs sometime in May, so it hasn't aired yet. Her last episode hasn't aired.
I think it's May 22nd.
But they did film it.
And I want to say this. My friend Jeff Ginsburg is here. I want to say this to you, Jeff. Hey, how you doing? I hope your day went well. I'm just calling to say hi. It's from a bad musical we did. Hi, Isabel Story. You'll get it. He's laughing right now. I know it.
Which musical was that?
It was called Babylon Sisters.
Oh.
Where the critics said, music, top drawer. No, that was a different show I did. Babylon Sisters. And our catchphrase was, critics hate it. It was the worst reviewed show ever in Chicago history. But everyone I met in that show, I love and adore so much.
You wanted to talk about Wicked.
What up, Albert Patterson?
We should put Wicked in the Broadway section of the show. I don't know why we put it in the gay section.
Why didn't we put it in the gay? Why don't we put it in the gay section?
Should we just not talk about Wicked? We don't.
I don't know if y'all know this.
Wicked's going to be a movie.
Wicked's going to be a movie. And for those of you who don't know, Wicked is.
You don't know who
How
Wicked
are you
is.
watching
Who
us?
Wicked is?
What Wicked is? How are you watching us and not knowing what Wicked
is?
All right, so Wicked is being made into a movie directed by the totally delicious John Chu. He's John Chu, and it's John Cho.
And it will be
John
starring.
Chu.
It'll be starring
Cynthia Erivo,
and Ariana
lesbian,
and Ariana Grande.
and Ariana
Do you
Grande.
think she's on that list?
Ally. I don't know. I didn't
Black
go. You know,
lesbians?
there was like
I didn't get to number
750.
100, so you know.
There were 750 of them. I
I thought it was 100.
But I'll go back and look and
We'll go
see
look
if they're
at
on there. So anyway, this is happening. So it was announced though, and everyone's, honey, the gay heads were. They're doing a Wicked movie. Oh my god! And with Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. Oh my god! And then they just announced that. So the movie's going to be released Christmas 2024.
2024.
Okay.
And
part 2
2025.
will be part 2 will
They've
be December
determined that
2025.
there's too much information. They didn't want to cut any songs out. There's too much information. They want to do it in a 2-movie set. My belief, they
What is your
know it's
belief?
going to be such a cash cow. Of course you do 2 movies.
I'm
It
Michael
makes
O'Hara.
total sense to do 2
All right,
movies.
so they're doing 2 movies, but
And
where
make
do you
bucket
cut
loads
where,
of money.
Where do you cut it though? I guess you do
Act
first
1,
act,
Act
act
2.
1, act 2.
We'll
you know?
find out. I mean, you know.
I don't
Movie magic of
because,
musical
you know,
theater.
So did I just do that to my eyebrow?
Do you know what I just saw, Michael?
What? What'd you just
I
say?
watched. Okay, we went to our second child's school, Maxwell. They did Chicago, and it's fascinating to me to watch the musical on stage version of Chicago, and then watch Rob Marshall's movie version because he added such a strong narrative and point of view to make it cinematic. And so I said, and so I was thinking about this after watching the show at Maxie's school, and I said, I'm going to watch. And I did it today. I watched the opening, you know, just all that jazz, pretty much the first song. And it is so well done. And there's such a strong narrative. And I think that that'd be a great advantage to doing 2 movies for Wicked.
You know what?
You could create
I'm
such
here
a
for
strong
it, actually.
narrative,
I ain't gonna lie. I'm
create
here for
so
it.
many awesome visuals. You know,
I'm here for it. Michelle
I-
Banks, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I think
you know
it's
what?
all good.
Guess what? It increases the work of these 2 incredibly talented performers. That's all I can say. And it gives actors
Rob,
more
what was his name?
work.
McGuire, the man who wrote the book.
You know, who?
McGuire?
Yes.
that
Stephen McGuire. What's his name? Who wrote that?
Toby McGuire? No.
Mrs. McGuire.
Mrs. McGuire. So I was online. I said, I'm going to go to The View. I haven't gone to The View in ages. And
The View?
look up hot topics.
The View?
I am. So I went to The View, and this is yesterday or 2 days ago. I don't know which. And Viola Davis was on. I did not know that Viola Davis wrote a book. My husband was so feeling guilt-ridden because I was mad at him earlier today. He
was mad at me. Okay, no.
You may
Hold
do
up,
it.
hold
You may
up,
do it.
hold up,
It's true.
hold up.
It's
He
true.
was mad at me for some shit 10 years ago. He got re-mad about some shit 10 years ago.
Truth.
And I was like this. And I walked in the other room
You needed to.
and I came back
Mhm.
and he was still mad. I said, listen. I said, listen, I will not have you be mad at me about some shit that I've already apologized 10 years ago.
We have to go back to this. That right there. I put my old headshots in this binder that I would always, and they were sleeved, so they were covered, whatever. And Michael took this binder and gave it to an actor on stage in one of the shows he directed. I did not know this. It was not asked of me. And so it is all my old headshots. And somehow this binder's black binder was supposed to be a notepad or something. And the person, the actor who used this binder had an actual Sharpie and was actually writing in the binder on top of those pictures. Now, granted, there was a sleeve, so you don't see the writing on the actual photograph, but I came home and it's like all written in. And I said, why? And it touches a nerve of mine. And my rule is this: don't fucking use anything of mine ever again for any play you're ever connected to. Stop. Period. No way. No how.
And then I did it again.
You've
For
done it way
another
too
show.
many times.
For another show, I
Oh
did
my
it.
God, I didn't look at the back page
All right.
of this book. Look at Viola as a little.
Oh. So anyway, so today though, I went out and bought him this book because we both want to read it, but I know that he would like to read it as well.
So The View had really no hot topics. They talked about Elon Musk, which I don't even think we're talking about today. And but Viola was on, and I did grab a clip.
I want to say one thing about Elon Musk. That man paid $44 million to buy a company so that other white men like him could say the N-word without getting in trouble. That's all it is.
I heard a new theory, and I will say this about
What is that?
this. And this is a theory. I'm not saying it was on the radio today, but evidently last year, do you know how much Elon Musk paid in taxes?
0.
Do you know how much Tesla paid in taxes?
No, I don't. 0.
And so the theory that was floated about, I heard today, was that he can spread the word on Twitter to keep being able to pay no money for taxes. I found it a bit of a stretch, but I thought it was interesting.
It's just a lot. It's a lot. Anyway, back to Miss Viola Davis.
Viola,
because you know what? She plays y'all like the viola.
Okay.
She talks.
If she were here right now, she would tell you you're saying her name wrong, and I know that is a fact.
Oops.
So this is what they're asking her, what prompted you to write this book? And these are some of the thoughts that came out of that question.
Is when I sit at the table and I explain my story of colorism, being darker than a paper bag, growing up in poverty, because you can't talk about it too much because it's not a pretty story, and we've got to thrive, we've got to be boss. Then if I can't talk about that, then I can't show up. And if I don't show up, I can't connect with anyone. So what I find, especially as a black woman, is then the only option you have is to assimilate.
Yeah.
You have to give up your story. You have to suppress your rage and all of that. And it's one of the reasons why I wrote the book. It was my vomit, my existential crisis of trying to find meaning, of saying, this is who the hell I am. And I'm tired of filtering it, you know?
Speaking as a dark-skinned black man, her truth is my truth. And it is what we have to do, just in small things, like every day waking up, minding my own black business, and what I have to have thrown in my face all day. And then put being an actor on top of that. And people look at you like, you ain't pretty enough. You ain't handsome enough. You too dark. I don't know what we're going to do with you. You're going to play this character. She's speaking only the truth. Only the truth.
So one of my favorite things to do, Viola Davis,
Finding me.
By the way, Oprah Book Club already. Just saying, for those of you that follow those sort of things. I'm very big into the first sentence or first chapter of a book.
Yes,
not chapter, first paragraph of a book. I'm not going to read a whole chapter. And I read this and I said, I'm reading this paragraph. I'm going to read it. I'm going to do it.
I think you should.
Okay. So this is the first paragraph of this book. Cocksucker motherfucker was my favorite expressions, and at 8 years old, I used it defiantly. I was a spunky, sassy mess, and when I spewed that expression, one hand would be on my hip, my middle finger in vast display, and maybe my tongue would be sticking out. If the situation was especially sticky, as a backup, I would call upon my big sister, Anita. She instilled fear in every boy, girl, woman, man, and dog in Central Falls.
Come on, Anita.
She grew her nails to be a better fighter. She was tough, stylish, talented, and, well, angry. I'll get my sister Anita to beat your ass, I'd say with confidence. But her being 3 years older than me, she wasn't readily available to protect me. I am enthralled. Viola Davis.
And now show the front, though.
I did show
and Viola Davis. So I bought this for him, but I'm gonna be like this. Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? And you know what? I want to do this because it's very important. Kathy Walker says, yes, as a school teacher of color, I can totally relate to that clip. Yeah, y'all don't understand. It's hard. We've gone through years and years and years of seeing light-skinned black folks on commercials and in, as the romantic leads. And now we're just now starting to see dark-skinned folks as the romantic.
William Shatner. Just starting to see.
But we're just not starting to see people who look like this. Well, okay, not like this, because I will be like this in about 3 weeks. But, looking like this. And it's a beautiful thing.
I would like to add this to what you're saying. You know,
Hi, Vicky Kwame.
Viola Davis, when she speaks, whether she's making a speech or whatever, it doesn't really matter. I find her absolutely enthralling. She's sort of a master class in just being able to get information out and speaking. I'm not even talking about acting. I'm just saying I love watching her. She's so expressive. And I actually am going to do something we haven't done. I recommend you find the clip on The View and watch. She was in 2 segments. She had so much to say.
Come on now.
And especially for the white people out there, I'm telling you, learn, you hear, and you go, oh, I never thought of it that way. That didn't occur to me. And you'll hear some things, and it's really revelatory. And she's amazing. I love her, and I recommend everyone try to find those clips. It's not difficult. I think it's on the View website or Channel 7 or something, or ABC. But I would recommend it.
And come on, Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes brought the change for dark men. Absolutely, he did. Absolutely, he did. Who's not bringing on the change for dark-skinned men is Tyler Perry, because the dark-skinned men are always bad and the light-skinned men are always good.
Does he really do that?
I said it.
I didn't notice that about Tyler Perry.
I said it. But anyway. So, all right. I got to bring up something.
We're moving on.
I got to bring up something.
What are you bringing up?
Something that our favorite, I'm going to say it, this week.
What are we going to say?
Ron DeSantis. And I'm going to get into all the bullshit he said, but he said something that tickled the fuck out of me.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Ron DeSantis.
One of the things that really bugged me were these Zoom videos with all these people that are high up in Disney talking about how it was their intention to inject sexuality into the programming for these very young kids. And so my wife and I, we're thinking to ourselves, when we were young, you could watch cartoons without having to worry. Now parents have to sit there and worry about what are they trying to inject in? What type of ideology are they trying to pursue? And that is wrong.
And that is wrong. What kind of ideology are they trying to pursue? I would like to remind Jeff DeSantis. What's his name? What's his name? That's not his name. I don't care what his name is. DeSantis. Ron DeSantis. I would like to remind him of some of the child.
So I just want to say, and I will give this to you. I will give this. No, I will give it to you. I will.
No.
Okay, go. You go. Now we're just going to be quiet. I just want to set this up because what he says is that what Disney is doing is over-sexualizing everything and putting sex in the cartoons of today.
Well, now that you said that, we have to say one thing.
What's that?
We showed the clip last week of Ted Cruz. And I don't know if you remember this clip. It actually was hysterically funny to me. He started talking about how, he's talking about Disney. And of course, Disney spoke up against the Don't Say Gay bill in Florida. This is what all of this is about. Disney speaking up against the Don't Say Gay bill. And so they said, that's wrong. Every kid needs to be heard, et cetera, et cetera. Teachers shouldn't be punished if a child talks about their gay parents or whatever. And so Ted Cruz was like, what's Disney going to do? Are they going to have Mickey Mouse
and
make
Goofy?
make love with Pluto? I mean, wouldn't that be
Pluto.
horrible? And then we got to let me talk. You cannot do that and step on top of me. And he goes, make love with Pluto. And then he got mad. Oh my God, can you believe they did that? Like he jumped on board like it actually happened. And this is what's happening in the Republican Party. They're talking about like there actually is a film out there where Mickey Mouse and Pluto are having sex. Has not happened. Disney doesn't have any desire to do this. But I believe DeSantis kind of jumped on that bandwagon that Cruz started last week. But this is what my message is to Ron DeSantis. I said, I want to remind you of some of the tunes of our youth. I put together a little thing.
Oh, you did? Fantastic.
Yeah.
I've not seen that. That's the first time I've seen that. That's fucking brilliant.
Thank you.
It's fucking brilliant.
I put that together.
I mean, come on. You're talking
But
about.
granted, some of those Disney images were not of Ron DeSantis' youth. We know this.
No, but it's the bullshit.
However,
it's bullshit.
You know what? I didn't get in there. I had an image of Josie and the Pussycats. It didn't make it in there. I don't know.
Josie and the Pussycats,
I know.
long tails and ears for hats,
Guitars
and sharps and flats.
Oh my God. So gay are we. We know all the lyrics too.
Josie and the Pussycats.
Hooray.
But I know I'm gayer than you because me and my friends are gym girls. Jim is my name. Truly outrageous. What?
You flicked your hair that wasn't there.
Because it's Jim.
So I want real quickly. Someone else. I read an article. Someone else actually did the same thing I did, but I didn't get my ideas from him. But he put together a little montage. I never saw this show. Wait, you can't do that.
Oh, I can't.
I never saw this show, and I want to know if you've seen it.
Rambo.
I never saw that before. And I love he's like, we never had sexuality and violence when we were younger. That was nothing but sexuality and violence in that intro.
I'm trying to
Rambo.
Rambo. It could have been called Ram Me.
Oh my God.
Lord,
it was
what?
And it was the jagged edge knife going into the holster.
Ooh. Oh, the jagged edge.
Jagged edge knife.
Oh my gosh.
That brings back Hillsborough, California, my hometown.
Because that's where it was shot, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't, but they kept saying it. They pretended it was.
Yeah.
I don't think it was shot there.
All right. So anyway.
So that was our little Ron DeSantis moment.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Because we grew up, honey, Racer X. I'm gay because of Racer X.
Oh, that was the
From
second.
Yeah.
Speed
Racer.
Oh, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a
Okay, I'm not
teachable
gay because of
moment.
that.
We're doing a
What's a
teachable
teachable?
moment.
We're doing a lot. I've been busy all day. I directed a play in Lemert Park for the Rebellion Festival because it is now the 30th anniversary of the riots that happened after God, Jesus. Baby Black Jesus.
Well, the LA riots.
The LA riots.
Yeah.
It's the 30-year anniversary.
They were talking about it on the radio today.
And I directed a big piece for it. So I've been there literally all day and got back
but Michael, make it sound joyous.
It was
there
amazingly
all day,
joyous. It was
opposed to-
beautiful.
Oh, I was there.
It was
all
beautiful
day.
because it was like there
much.
was so many black folks, and it was like, "Hey, black people, what you doing? How you doing, black people? What's up? What's up, black people? I'm here minding my black-owned business."
Well, this fits right.
Which I bought in Lemert Park today in Los Angeles.
We should talk about that.
And I went to ESOWAN, ESOWAN. It's the black-owned bookstore in Lemert Park. Anyway, so what were you gonna say?
One of the images was this that I showed in the tune video.
Yes.
And I did not know that Betty Boop was originally black.
Yes. Betty Boop is originally based on a black dancer in Harlem.
Esther Jones.
Esther Jones. Thank you.
I'm there for you. She was a Cotton Club dancer. She was a jazz singer. She was all of that stuff. And she brought to the also did the Boop Boopy Doop came from Esther Jones.
It all came.
Max Fleischer was
Max Fleischer.
Fletcher.
Max Fleischer.
Oh, you say what you say. I say what
I
say.
Right.
And Betty Boop did make it onto the silver screen. She was actually, she was in the Black Betty Boop was in Popeye cartoon, and somewhere along the line they realized,
oh, you know what? Let's do what we always do. Let's steal from black people. And let's make it white.
That's what they did.
That's what the fuck they did.
So that's my.
Am I shocked? No. Am I happy we're talking about this to let people who did not realize that the original inspiration was a black woman? I'm very happy about that.
Michael.
Yes.
The more you know.
There you go.
I got an image.
Oy.
Oh, this one.
Oy.
As you can see, a rainbow sticker with safe space. What that says to me, you may come to me and talk to me. These are stickers that can be found on classroom doors all over this country. That means the teacher inside will gladly help. They are a safe harbor. They will help the child who has questions or is in need or is getting bullied at school because they're gay or bi or trans or non-binary or whatever. Just they are a safe space. That is exactly what is needed in this country. That there are teachers who are proudly declaring that.
That is a safe space.
Yes, there is a school district in Missouri that has just outlawed those stickers,
Which is why we say misery.
and they are making the teachers who do have those stickers take them down. Do we drink all that? Did we really? How is that possible? They're making them take them down. Justice Horn, that's actually a name. He's not an actual justice. His name is Justice. He's a local county government candidate, and he spoke out. He said, today, Grain Valley, Missouri teachers were instructed to take safe space stickers off their classroom doors. In 2012, I tried taking my own life because I was bullied for being gay while attending Grain Valley South Middle School. My parents moved me out of the district. People need to rethink some of this. This is not cool.
And I've said this before. I've said this numerous times, actually. If you are afraid to talk to your homophobic uncle, your racist grandmother, your cousin who doesn't believe that, there's a virus, y'all need to work harder. If I can put people out of my fucking life for being homophobic, for being racist,
Every single day.
Not you, but you know who I'm talking about. Or being transphobic. I dismiss those people because I don't have the capacity anymore, particularly for racism. But y'all, and this is particularly for the white allies out there, speak up. There are more of you than there are of us. Speak up. You have to, because right now
we're at war.
I don't even know if I call it war, because
we're at war. We're certainly at a morality war. I mean, we have half the party, half of our government just lies or says what's on the top of their head. And we're coming to a quiz that happened this week because of it. It's insane what's coming out of some of these politicians' mouths. And they are our leaders. They are our governmental lawmaking leaders, and they're just saying what comes into their head without any proof, anything. We are at war. I'm sorry, it is. It's an ethical
and this
war.
is something for because if you watch us, then I know that for the most part you're an ally-ish. Because I don't know if I believe in allies anymore. But listen. 54% of white women voted for Donald Trump, which is why we're in this place we kind of are today. I'm not blaming them for the racism we are facing, for the homophobia, transphobia, Asian hate. I'm not blaming them for that. They just helped bring all of that into the light and made it safe. So when you talk to, y'all white women talk to your white women friends and realize that abortion's almost gone. Supreme Court's voting.
At least it's going to go to the states, probably.
And come on.
And right now, all I'm hearing are the facts where, like, if there's someone in the depths of, I don't know, Texas, Mississippi, wherever, the miles and whatever they would have to go. And there's even, in regards to abortion law, they're trying to figure out in some states how to make it illegal to cross state lines to get the abortion. Which I don't know how they do that, but at the same time, the fact that they're thinking about it, like they're playing chess.
Do you have the quote from the woman this week? The woman who talked about abortion?
Well, that's the quiz. You can't talk about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's a quiz.
He's offering me stuff that I don't even know about yet. I don't know about yet.
What's our time? Our time is probably.
Oh my God, we are like 10 minutes and we got 17 pages of shit to talk about.
So, Madison Cawthorn, we're gonna zip through him.
Okay, so Madison Cawthorn.
Let's just do that. Let's just do the thing.
All right.
Well, I mean, we all know who he is, right? We all know. This is the weird thing about Madison Cawthorn. He was in the news. Cawthorn. He was in the news again and again and again. And I kept saying, I'll add that to the list. I'll add that to the list. So number one, I mean, let's just boom. Here's the gun. He walked into the airport this time. He already brought a gun into the airport last time, and he's been. I mean, there's like security fraud. It's down the list. It's boom, 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 boom. He's constantly. He said that thing. Who had that quote? Remember about how there's only orgies in D.C. and then Kevin McCarthy has to scold him like an old man. You can't do that, Madison Cawthorn. The whole thing is bizarre. I feel like he's doing almost that Marjorie Taylor Greene, like, I got to one-up myself with some sort of stupid thing. And he's sort of in this rhythm. I'm going to do that with you. It's peculiar, but a tape has come to light. Well, I guess we should say who this is, right? This is a Stephen Smith.
Stephen Smith?
A staffer. I like the word staffer.
Staff.
And this happened years before he became, whatever.
An asshole, no.
Be filled with passion and desire. Would like to see your naked body beneath my hands.
Me too. I'd like to see that as well. Yeah.
Here's my truth. That has nothing to do with him politicking. That has nothing. Good for them for getting it on or for pretending to get it on or just having a good time or horsing around. I don't care. None of that matters. The weird thing is that clip is going to get him fired more than breaking the law with security exchange or bringing a gun into an airport. That's the discrepancy that I think is ridiculous.
That's the man's pee-pee, and I'm going to watch it in slow motion.
But he kind of, he grazed. He didn't feel. He didn't grasp. He didn't caress. I guess no one really wants to. Well, you like grasping sometimes.
And you get mad.
I was like,
why are you grasping me? I
don't think.
Don't grasp me, I was just here minding my black-owned business.
So what is your take on all of this?
Okay, look. First of all, if what's the boy's name? Smith.
Stephen Smith.
Stephen Smith. It's his aid. He's been paying for his aid for a very. Max just tipped by for those.
Maxwell's like, I don't want to be seen. Don't. No, I'm not.
Don't
here.
look at me. Shh. But he's been taking him on trips.
Well, he went on the honeymoon.
He went on his honeymoon.
When Cawthorn went on his honeymoon with his wife, who he was married to for 8 months. What was that? That also was suspicious to me, by the way. Not that the marriage was. I mean, everyone has problems. I get that. But he brought his friend / possible cousin. Didn't we read that today?
And they're saying, "Oh no, they're just playing around. They're cousins.
They're cousins. They couldn't be having sex."
But
I'm here to tell you, cousins can have sex.
Identical cousins, and you're fine.
Both of us have stories.
Did you just walk in and just say a quip about Alabama, then leave?
They made a quip about Alabama.
Maxwell Pearl, ladies and gentlemen. But it's just like, I am not here to shame. If that's your cousin and you want to fuck him, guess what? I'm not here to kink shame. That's your thing. Do it up. Because guess what? All of us have slept with a cousin at some point. Just me?
Or fooled around with, or messed around. Yeah, of course. I have a quiz.
Oh, there's a quiz. All right.
Just in the nick of time. All right. These are 6 people. And
Bethany's here.
Sorry.
Hey, babe.
These are 6 people, government and religion. 6 quotes, and we're going to match them. And we're going to go loosey-goosey. We're going to play it by ear.
All right.
We're going to go down the list first and read the people. And then read the quotes, and then we're going to see if we can piece them together.
We're going to read the people or read the people?
Okay, and we can come up with, we can see the image, we can go away from the image. We're going to play. These are the people. Of course, Marjorie Taylor Greene, possible insurrectionist. Dr. Mehmet Oz, he is running for state senate in Pennsylvania. Representative Jean Schmidt, she is a Republican in Ohio. Christina Caramo. How do you say that? Caramo. She is a Republican. She's running for Secretary of State in Michigan. Then we have Representative Cheryl Helmer. She is a Republican in Kansas. And Jim Baker. Yes, that Jim Baker. Tammy Faye's ex.
All right. So
those are the people. Do you have a general gleaning from that list?
Well, I think we should put the list back up. Michael Ward already said A is 4.
Oh, well, let's look at that. Let's see if that makes sense. A is 4.
Is 4.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Satan is controlling the church. Let's see if that's right.
What it is that Satan's controlling the church. The church is not doing its job.
Satan. Good to know. Thank you. That's an applause. Thank you, Marjorie Taylor.
Because Satan is controlling the church.
And we have to expand on this just a little bit. The reason why Satan is controlling the church, according to Marjorie Taylor Greene, is that we're allowing immigrants into our country. And that is not a church way.
Satan
is controlling the church because the church is saying we have to love everyone and we have to let these immigrants into our country. No. Marjorie Taylor Greene said Satan is running the church, so we shouldn't let the immigrants in. Logic. Don't deal with logic.
Let's be
Don't deal with logic here.
If Satan was running the church, shit, I'd be there every Sunday. Every Sunday. Hi. Come on. Go Satan. Go Satan. Go Satan. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. This is why we're running late. Go.
I think it's okay. So we got to come. Okay. Which? Oh, that's not what I want. I want this one. Which quote do you want?
I know
they will shoot us in the pulpit. Do the top one. Who said that?
They will shoot us in the pulpit. It's Jim Bakker.
Jim Bakker. Let's see if that's correct. Did Jim Bakker say that?
And it's going to be preachers that we're not going to be able to preach much longer because they'll shoot us in the pulpit.
Do you know what his point was?
Donate with your check card or cash.
His point was, he's talking about the Don't Say Gay bill in Florida, right? And he says if he gets in the pulpit and he talks for this bill, he's for the Don't Say Gay bill, that his parishioners will rise up and they'll shoot him in the pulpit.
The fact that his parishioners still think he's straight.
What? I saw the movie. She won an award for that movie. He was kissing a man in the movie.
David C. Nichols says that Renee Zellweger must play Perjury Taylor Greene. I love that. Perjury Taylor Greene.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a moan like a black man in the South. So this is something I want to talk about real quick.
We have a quiz.
But
Okay,
I'm
go.
so sick of down low, man. Jim Bakker, stop.
Okay, well, but that's old news
Right,
anyway. Okay, second one. Who said number 2, whether that mother ends up that pregnancy or not, scars will not go away? Who said that? Whether that mother ends up, that's a hard one. I think I spelled everything wrong, didn't I?
Whether that mother ends that pregnancy or not, the scars will not go away.
Who said that?
Jean Schmidt.
Jean Schmidt. She is very she's very non-abortion. What is it? What's it called?
No, she's pro-life.
She's pro-life.
Whether that mother ends that pregnancy or not, the scars will not go away.
Just spooky, that woman. There was she had a whole thing, and at the very end of it, she said something like this. She goes, "It's not that I'm for abortion. I'm for or anti-abortion. I'm just for the mothers." And you're like, what did that mean? She's basically saying the scars won't go away, so you might as well raise the kid that you're pregnant with, even if you were raped.
Well, I want to add one more thing to that, is that she said, oh, well, if you're a 13-year-old and you're raped by your uncle and you have to have a baby.
Incest. Yeah, you have to.
You will find a way.
You'll give it away.
You'll give it away to another loving family or a family member.
People are so crazy.
But there's going to be scars. But you're going to have the scars anyway. So go ahead and have the child.
We're going on. We're moving forward. Who said, number 3, I do not appreciate the huge transgender female who's now in our restrooms?
Cheryl Helmer.
Cheryl Helmer from Kansas. I do not have a clip. It's okay. We don't need a clip.
This happens. It's just.
We do have to talk about her, though.
Look her up. This heifer. And I use that term.
Endearment.
An endearment.
So this is what we have to talk about in regards to Cheryl Helmer. She is she's a representative in Kansas, she's a Republican, and she will misgender. She is anti-gay marriage. I mean, she's just down the line, anti-anything that probably you and I are for. There is Stephanie Byers. She's a Democrat in Kansas as well. She is the first elected transgender Kansas lawmaker and the first indigenous trans lawmaker in the country. Her name, I'm saying it again, Stephanie Byers.
Stephanie!
I do not have a picture, don't have anything about Stephanie Byers. But Stephanie Byers is who Cheryl Helmer is saying, you don't have a trans female coming into your bathroom. And Cheryl Helmer, just to prove a point, evidently went into the men's room while they're peeing. And like, see, you don't like it either. She's just ridiculous. We need to vote her out.
The problem is, these motherfuckers didn't grow up in the clubs. Because in the clubs, back in the 80s and early 90s, you just walked into the bathroom because you had to go. That's all you were doing. Well, okay, there were some bathrooms, like in certain bars, where we knew there's something else was happening. But like this clubs, you just walked in because there wasn't a line. You had to pee. Ain't nobody studying about if you had a hoo-hoo or a ha-ha. No one cared.
You gotta do your business. I don't think
gotta do your business.
The one thing she said, she said this.
You feel like Mr. doing his business on me.
So she evidently, this goes back to Cheryl Helmer, was a biology major. And she said, I know the difference between a male and a female. That's a ding right there. You just go, okay, how do we cancel this woman? Then she said, no surgeon can cut, remove, whop, add, or change the biology. Please.
WAP.
Cheryl Helmer. We have an answer to the next one in our little things. Here we go.
Right, here we go.
Taryn said, Dr. Oz bragging about being endorsed by the former guy, right? Indeed. He had that debate. And because he's running for congressman, right?
You know what?
And he had the debate and he kept saying over and over and over again, I was the one that was endorsed by Trump. I was the one that was his number one. He just couldn't stop saying it. And weirdly, it kind of turned people off from what I've heard. I'm hoping it did. Who wants Dr. Oz to be in power?
I just want to do that a little bit.
You do this every show, but I don't know that it's entertaining.
It is for me because the lighting is great and it makes me.
You have to stop.
Okay, stop.
I think I only have one more here. What's the last one?
All right, last one.
Oh, it has to be her. So it's Christina Caramoro, and she is Beyonce. Karamo. She's the Beyonce is the tool of Satan. This woman. This woman.
Yeah, I'm sad because she's black.
Oh my God.
Honey, every 6.
I'm playing the first. Like this was a CNN report in November or something, but I'm playing the first 10. 12 seconds of this. Listen to her.
There is no such thing as a person with 2 mommies and 2 daddies. That is just factually incorrect.
In an August 2019 blog post, she called transgender women trying to play women's sports mentally ill adults playing dress up.
It goes on and on. I mean, all she talks about, she says Beyonce is the devil. She says, who else was the devil? Oh, Billie Eilish is the devil.
Yoga,
yes. Any
yoga
parishioner of yoga that are people performing satanic rituals. If you're doing yoga,
if you do yoga, you're Satan's child.
Oh my God.
Basically,
the whole thing.
I want to say this. It's
I don't
so
know if you know what you want to say.
It's so
do you know what you want to say?
No, I don't.
I want to say this, but I don't know what it is. Can I say it?
Go ahead.
It was such a weird week of people speaking idiocy. And I don't know exactly all the means that we have amongst all of us watching this, but we have to fight it and we have to keep fighting it. And we have to keep reality going and we have to keep speaking truth and shedding light on these people who are running for office, who are trying to get in our business, who are trying to change laws. We just have to keep doing it. Keep talking, keep sharp. Let's, donate to campaigns that need extra help. Let's write those, I didn't do it recently, but I did in the last election where I wrote letters. Like I did a lot of handwriting letters, especially in the battleground states. And I just think we have to keep doing it. If we sit back on our chair and just raise our hand and curse at the TV, it's not enough. We have to do more. So that's my speech.
Beautiful. Michael Byrne. Hi, baby. So can we talk about something happy?
I'm done with the government. Government is off the list.
And this is not happy, but it's kind of fun. So look at that right there. I'm gonna get that.
You got to stop. No one cares.
I care.
But they don't care.
Really, it's a double entendre. I care and I care.
You have to stop. It's not funny.
All right. So
if someone says here it's funny, then you know it's funny.
Someone say it's funny.
Don't say it's funny if you don't, don't feel pressured. Don't feel bullied.
All right. So, because we're over a little bit. So Michael Byrne thinks it's funny. So here's the deal. This week we learned that Betty White, our beloved Betty White,
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt what you're saying.
Oh, what's that?
You haven't aged a day since your headshots. Thank you. Thank you.
She means.
I looked at a video of Jane Fonda today, and even
Jane Fonda.
No, I saw a video. You didn't see the video I saw today, and I went, "Oh, Jane, maybe the touch-ups have been just went over the line just too much."
Guess what? That's gonna be me in a few years.
Oh, please don't.
Don't have me with the lottery.
I'm not gonna kiss
bitches.
you.
If I win the lottery,
I'm not gonna kiss the face that's full of.
It's. I'm gonna look like that Catwoman, Jocelyn. What's her name? Jocelyn
Wodehouse.
No. Jocelyn,
Just
Catwoman. Who knows the Catwoman? Who remembers the Catwoman's name?
Matter.
Jocelyn. Anyway, I want to end on something that is like. I just want to talk about.
I honestly don't have this. This is Michael's. I'm let go. I will send a picture up while you talk.
All right.
Go. Well, no,
send up the picture while I talk.
You have to talk.
This is Betty White's house. Our beloved Betty White, who died
in Brentwood
just before turning 100 years old. This is her house in Brentwood.
First of all, I have to say one thing.
Say
one thing about this house. The yellow door and the yellow shutters seem very cheery, and Betty White was a very positive person. So that kind of makes sense.
So this house is for sale for $10.5 million. Look at that.
It's gorgeous.
Isn't that beautiful? Look, can you just walk back there and just do that? $10.5 million. Now, here's one of the caveats, though. You can't go in the house.
You can't go in the house. They have no pictures of the interior of the house. They are asking you to buy it sight unseen because it's like an acre of land, I want to say.
This is also the house that Betty White passed away in.
Yes. And so my guess is the interior is not necessarily to die for. The thought is the person who has the money who's going to buy this lot is going to basically tear down. Although I think it's a really pretty exterior.
I think it's really pretty.
But I have a feeling that they're going to say, well, it's just not modern enough. We're going to tear it down. And the person who buys it's going to just redo the whole thing.
Hey, Edwin. Hey, baby. Good to see you here. I mean, the thing is, though, listen, that house is like $10 million to buy that house.
And also,
sight unseen.
She and Alan
You saw the front, you see the back.
It hasn't been on the market in like 50 years. She and Alan Ludden have lived in that the entire time.
Yes.
So it's insane.
And so I'm just curious of what that looks like inside.
Alan Ludden has not lived in that house for the last. I don't mean to say that there's
Andrea Usher would, but okay, but that's not what I want to talk about.
My bad.
Because I mean that house is pretty on. They're gonna get the $10+ million you're gonna get for it.
And why do you know that?
Because her second home in Carmel, California, sold for $2 million over the asking price.
Now, the difference between this house and the other house, she and Alan Ludden, they bought this property in Carmel. And this last picture is the killer. I mean, first of all, that view is tremendous. But look at this garden leading out to the shoreline. So they bought the land. For those of you, Point Lobos is a beautiful area. It's like a whole like nature reserve that's in Carmel. Great walking trails, gorgeous place, and that overlooks Point Lobos, which is kind of awesome. It's sort of this weird secluded part of Carmel. For those of you who know it, it's not like the main drag that goes down, like Dolores,
which is still beautiful.
No, that's awesome. But those houses are so much smaller. Those are very cottagey. I get the sense that they bought a very kind of secluded.
It's going to sell for $2 million over the asking price, which was
but it sold for like almost 10.5. It was going to sell for like 7.8 or something. It sold for 10.5. And so because that house sold for so much, very possibly this house will. I'm not quite sure. Is this interesting to people? Do people like real estate?
But my thing is this: how are you going to pay $10 million to not see a house? I have a lot of S's in that sentence. What is the strength?
I'm telling you, you rip it down, you gut it, and you build
on the land.
Because Betty and Alan built that house. They bought the land and built the Carmel house, right?
Yeah.
They didn't build that house. That house very well might have small rooms or dark or whatever it is. I don't know what it is.
And a few Bradys might live in that
But they're
house.
like, oh, let's not. I love how let's not show this part of the house. So sight unseen, you got to buy it for 10.5.
So if you have $10.5 million, or 10.5 million friends who would all donate $1, I say go buy it. All right. I'm
drunk.
I'm not drunk, am I? But let me say this. So I got some news today, and I am not that mug. I'm not that mug who say, oh, please, something good came. Send thoughts and prayers. Well, first of all, I don't believe in prayers. I don't, but this is the first time I want everyone just to let go and send whatever energy, because it's something I really want to book.
I didn't know you were that excited.
I'm very excited about it. I can't talk about it, but I'm very excited about it.
Talked about it to me.
I better.
Do you like my eyebrows?
I don't know. Mine are going to be higher once I get the Botox. Anyway, y'all, we just talked tonight, didn't we?
He's rambling. I got to hit the music when he starts rambling.
Sending love and peace and joy. What did you just hit? What did you just do?
We're ending the broadcast. End it. Say goodbye.
Bye, everyone. We love you.
Good night. See you next